guys? Welcome to the channel. It's your first time joining. If you return, thank you for coming back. So we're gonna do a little bit different. This is actually an old story, but it should have got way more views, and a lot of people didn't know about it. And this just goes to show you how it's a lot. I'm not gonna run my mouth. I'm just gonna let the footage speak for itself. I'll let you guys use your own discernment, and yeah, let's just go ahead and jump into it. So pretty much a bad contractor got over on his family, took him for a whole bunch of money, had to come through and redo a whole bunch of stuff, and it was just crazy. But a lot has happened since then, but I just wanted to go back and touch the bases on it because this is what the Nextdoor app was made for. It's to, you know, let your neighbors know about the things that's going on in the community, and a lot of people advertise their businesses on there, and you know, it's a great app, you know, when you use it properly. So I know a lot of people probably come across some of these posts and like, oh, this guy's just a menace or whatever the case may be, but that's not all true. So anyway, without further ado, let's jump off into it. Thank you, and make sure you watch to the end, and there will be links in the description box below to the full videos. It was a two-parter. Yeah, it'll be down in the description box below. All right, you guys, let's get it.
So this is what the home looked like when they first purchased it. Obviously, they wanted to upgrade to something a lot better, and this is what they got. Yeah, not what they expected, and it was crap from start to finish. And I was like, wow. When I seen the pictures and I actually went there, I was like, this is messed up, and they just left and took their money.
You know, I can't act crazy and act stupid. You know, so it's like, and he getting up going to work every day. So it's like, what do you want me to do? So it's like, I didn't want to make him feel less than or make him feel like it's all his fault. So I just get to typing in my notes and just to release all this stuff. And then, you know, I just thought about how all the neighbors on the Nextdoor app, we, you know, take care of each other. We warn each other about stuff. You know, people upload Ring videos all the time, making people aware of break-ins and all types of stuff. So I got this bright idea, like some days after I typed all this mess, and I'm like, I'm gonna put this on the Nextdoor app because the guy stayed in the nearby area. Although it's not this area, it's nearby. And the same way that we found him in this area, I'm like, this is the perfect platform to post this on so that everybody will know, beware, steer clear. Because everybody let each other know. And the big conversation that was going on the app at the time was bad contractors. Because during COVID and doing a lot of people at home doing home renovations and stuff, so everybody want to be contractors now. Everybody,
a lot of new businesses.
A lot of new businesses jumping up, and then we into the support black business thing once again. So everybody trying to keep it in the community, and they do a good job of that on the Nextdoor app. But when you do bad, they gonna share that too, cause it's not gonna happen. They do a good job of it. So I posted my post. I didn't even think it was gonna get this much interaction. I posted that post, and it's still getting likes and comments on to this day. And this was how long ago was this? This was like a month ago. Yeah, and it's still like it's so many comments and likes and all types of stuff on it. You know, so many people have been able to connect with different people. Everybody on there sharing their talents. You know, got words of wisdom. Of course, you're always gonna have people come on there with some stupid comments, but you know, that's neither here or there. And you know, and most people, thank y'all if y'all ever come across this video. The people who message me privately, you know, to, you know, I had people doing background searches and all type of stuff on this man, like people doing who works in different government positions, I guess, who can get access to different information, and they just helping me out, giving me legal advice, all type of stuff. People who done been through it themselves, regular citizens who this done happened to before, they telling me the way to go. Because everybody knows we young, we don't know what to do. It's a cry for help, obviously, and from reading the comments you can tell I don't know what to do. I'm not proudful at all. I needed help. So when people come in the comments saying things, I'm asking for help. I'm asking the community, like if they say, oh, take them to court and I'm asking, what's the first step, and then so one of the first people to comment on was Garfield Kemp. he was one of the first people to comment on the post, and Garfield he ain't asked no question. Oh yeah, don't forget the joint. He didn't message me privately. He didn't do none of this stuff. He didn't say nothing else, and then go to the post and try to put that comment down and try to make himself look good. He didn't know. He literally put on the post what he said. Like, dang, that's messed up. I'ma do it for free. Like, yeah, and that was that. But so I'm just like, when I read the comment, I'm like, yeah, right. I have no faith. At this point, I think everybody out to get us, everybody out to take advantage of us, and at this point, I'm determined. I'm not going to be a victim no more. We ain't going through this again. So I didn't even reach out to him right away. But I think like a couple days had passed by, then I reached out to him, and it's just been going since then. We literally been seeing him almost every day since. He came over to the house, I think, was it the day of or the day after, one of them. But he came over immediately after I called him. Jumped into action immediately. I've never seen a man work so hard. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my goodness, where do you get this energy from?
So, this is the start remodel. It's a long story. I'm just going to show you what I'm about to get into. So when they mudded it, they just threw the stuff in there, and they didn't even use the right material. It's supposed to be They didn't use the right material at all. It's supposed to be different for these walls when you go to lay tile. This is supposed to be like above it or around and stuff like that. So right now I'm about to just gut out all this stuff, cut all the seams. I'm gonna need to get a straight line first on where they cut it, or at least see where they started, because I know it's jagged. I'm gonna have to cut back some from here. Pull this tile up, make sure the floor is level. Sink is already hung, the plumbing's already hung on that, that's good. We just gotta set the toilet and finish the plumbing on this. What I'm gonna do, my thing first is just have the hose cut out. I don't know why he attached that. I need to go ahead and take that down actually, so it'll be out the way. But that doesn't need to get dirty at all. Yeah. So, finish taping this up, and I guess I'll just keep the fridge little. Alright, so what I did was make my line around the cutout, around where they messed up. Yes, I used a marker because I could not find my pencil, and the red one that I had sucked. So I know you're like, well, that's why you got 2 lines to it. It's in the inside, and plus I'm gonna sand and paint over everything. So, whatever. So anyway, I am cutting out these. About to cut this out, tear all this shit out. Try to get up as big as pieces as possible. That way it won't make too much mess. I think I should be able to do it.
So, upon further inspection, see, I thought that my stud finder was messed up, which I'm not even relying on it no more right now. So I'm putting it, that's why I made my mark at originally. This is kind of funny. So this is just showing how crazy. So I'm like, hey, what the hell? So when I actually was cutting into the wall, I felt the stud, but it was moving. I'm like, ain't no way in hell this whole stud is moving right now. So this is what's behind the wall. And all the stuff that fell.
So at this point, like I said, I was just doing a demo and stuff like that, and I actually had Elijah, he was recording it. I said, hey man, I ain't got my cameraman. When I'm working, I can't hold the phone and stuff like this. I'm like, here, record this while I'm doing this and stuff. And that way he's seeing everything that's going on and stuff like that.
I don't know what was going on behind this wall. That's why I said I had to like open it up. These had to be some certified grade. Like, I got pieces of wood. Like this piece of wood is, it's in the middle. It's just hanging in the middle of the wall. Like for a minute. Then we came across this random piece of 2x4. This is really some junky shit. Like I don't know what they were doing. I have no idea what they were doing. So we got most of it out. We're halfway there. Just had to stop to show that. Might have finished ripping the rest of this down. I'm trying to take down the big pieces so I don't make a whole bunch of mess. So I'm doing this bathroom remodel and just put the tub up because the drain was not lined up properly at all with this. So I'm going to get this where I can actually freaking use it and get it to line up with the drain. Got some clay. I don't think that's going to be enough to do that. So yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'm gonna try. Let me get the rest of this funny stuff. See if I can get that to line up and shit. But yeah. They botched this shit. They botched it. So I gutted everything out around the top too, where the drywall stops right there. And I'm gonna add a piece of drywall right here. And on this side, on the outside of the tub, I'm gonna do tile floor, so I gotta prep all that stuff, get that good and clean, so I put my red guard down. I'm gonna take this vanity back down, because have it sitting up there. Take this back down, because people look at the line. I mean, it was just a lot of. It's some junkies working on shit, so I'm gonna get this right. So I'm gonna pull everything out so I know that everything's all the way official. And then I have to fix this big wimpy right here. So they was actually using nails to put the drywall in, which hasn't been done in eons, but whatever. So we fix this boo boo and I'll come back to you guys. Drywall portion of it, but I wanted to make sure I got all that done that well, let that dry overnight, and I could come back and hit it with the red guard and seal everything in and do inside the niche and yeah, get this thing going. I still got I ran out of mud. I only got like this one little thing. I got a 5-gallon one, but I had this fucking, let me just use the rest of this. So yeah, so I can finish the top of that, and yeah. So it's just coming together. So the tile I'm gonna be using is this right here, and then some black herringbone. So I'm gonna put the black herringbone right inside here, and a thin strip going all the way around to complement it, and then go the rest of the way up the top, and put white trimming. I might change my mind and go with some metal trimming around the edges all the way around, but I got some white already. I think that's gonna really make it pop, but I might go with metal. It depends to match the fixtures. Like if I go with some chrome edging and stuff like that around the edge and the top, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, you guys, let's watch this job. So I'm at the point now where I'm sanding. But I'm getting that back wall for the shower prepped. Just checking my level when I go to lay the tile. Make sure everything is straight. So I just marked the line. So when I go to put my rain guard on, I know my Durac's actually going to be inside of the Durac, because the Durac actually extends a little bit further. So you can kind of see where the seam is right here. I got to put some more mud on that. Seam right here. A little bit. It's not bad. I just got to stop moving right there. But for the most part, it looks way better than what it did. Trust and believe it did. Come on, somebody. So, just as a guide, so when I go to put the red guard on, I don't go outside my line that I made, because I want it to be right at the edge of the tub. Yes, I'm feeling that gap. Crap. Make sure. So, put the niche in there. They had went in between the 2x4s, but I was like, that it's not really enough space, especially if you got a kid, you know, you got a family,
Everybody's been having their different type of shampoos, so like when it makes it a little bit bigger, damn, that's my tape knife down, so I gotta grab it. I believe I made it 2 feet or 20 inches wide. I can't remember, I was doing a lot of math. Probably like, they made it about 2 feet wide and about a foot high. I gotta get my tape measure. This is kind of unprofessional, but yeah. So that's where we're at. Got the plumbing ran and all that stuff. Everything. I just gotta hook up the spout and all that afterwards. But everything's running operational. Yeah. So it's coming along. We're going with this tile right here. And if I'm gonna go get the other tile. It's probably safe. This tile right here. So this is going to go. And they're like so, but it's actually going to be the other way. That against this. So that is really going to really pop because it got the black in there and stuff like that. So that's really gonna. It's going to be really nice. Sorry, one hand. I do not want to break this one. It's a tile. So. It is coming along. I still have to cut a hole in this wall right here because, as you can see, I believe where my marks at. Oh, these are my marks. I put numbers beside them. The studs. So the way the plumbing is, I can't really mount the sink over here because the damn drain would be coming out like out the side of the van. It just no, it's not. And then plus my incoming water supply, the hose is not going to be long enough because it actually goes right up to the bottom of the sink. The faucet has braided hoses that come all the way down straight from the faucet. I guess that's how it came. I don't know because I didn't put it together. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is cut a hole, little rectangle, and put 2x4s, two 2x4s in between each one of the joists. The studs. So that way I have play all the way across so I could kind of position it where I want to. And plus I want to kind of line it up with this light fixture and give space for the toilet as well, where that rag goes. That rag is, so the toilet's going to sit right there. So I was like, alright, let me get it to where there's more space over here, because even a small space, we're trying to, you know, if you're sitting on the toilet, you want to be like leaning up against the sink or whatever, like use it as an armrest or some crap. That would be cool, toilet armrest. But don't steal my idea. So yeah, so that's my plan for that. Gonna get to that later because my main focus is getting this tile up. I want to start on this tile tomorrow. That's my plan. I have 2 appointments I gotta go to, but I want to get this out of the way. So I'm about to red guard this thing and let that dry, put some mud on some of the spots. Little touch up, and that'll be the last bit of touch up I have to do as far as that. But at least want to get this red guard on there, and I'll come back to the drywall later because I'm going to try to work my way back from making a mess from here on back. I got to put another sheet of plastic I had to mess it up, so I got to put another sheet down on there. So yeah, that's where we're at, man. Just trying to show off for each couple, man. Trying to get them in the game, so you know, be happy, be able to use this bathroom and stuff, man, and not take such a big loss like I did. It's real fucked up. But anyway, get back to it. Alright, guys, peace. Dun 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 dum 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 dum. Let me stop. Alright, did the back wall. So I'm gonna do the back, the front, the back, that other back, and that front where the faucet is. Manana. That is the gold. And I measured that shit out damn near perfect. Oh, I gotta take that off. Oh, I'm glad I looked up the mud that came past my eye. But yeah, that's the pattern I was talking about. And that's gonna be baller, bro. That's going to be baller. Okay, I haven't really recorded a lot of stuff that I was doing because I was just trying to get some workflow, but
I can't step in handcuffs. Just put another second before the red guard on. But that's what she looks like now.
Like, he came every day consistent. For us to come from some people who literally every day is a different problem, every other week is a different situation, it's a different excuse. Now we meet this man who's doing, and these people we were paying. Now we meet this man who doing work for free. He's showing up every day like he's working a corporate America job, and we paying him good money, and like
the 6 figures salary.
the respect was there from the jump. He never came in like, I'm doing you a favor, I'm doing y'all a favor. I don't want to hit that. This is what I'm gonna do, and this is gonna be that. Since I'm doing it for free, it was never that. He came in, he treated us like we was paying him. The respect had always been there from the jump. He listened to us. He advised us, because it was some things like, of course, now my trust is broken. So I'm standing over his shoulder while he's doing certain things in the bathroom, and I'm just like, why is this going this way? And why is that going that way? And I ain't never seen nobody do it like that before. And he, instead of him just getting aggravated or showing that he's aggravated, treated me like, listen, you ain't got nothing to say. Just let me do this for free. Let me do this free work. Be grateful. He never treated me like that. He explained everything to me, every step of the way, try to reassure me. And he was very understanding. And, like, I know these people just went through something. I know why you acting this way. It was never like a selfish thing. Like, he did that. I ain't do that. He never act that way. Like, don't blame me for his mistakes. And he never was selfish enough to sit there and try to, give off of that attitude. But instead, he treated us, like I said again, paying customers, and, it just went from there.
She called me and said, oh, we gotta do this and pay this, and this is what they say you need done. And like, whoa, we don't need that. That's not what they came to do. And I might have checked it out, so I know that it's nothing what they're saying needs to be done. And you could kind of tell like that person's character by them trying to do that, like nickel and dime just to get a little extra for themselves. And Garfield never did that.
Showed us if he had to pay for something with his own money, gave us a receipt right away. Most of the time we go to the store and he'll just have them just call us and we can pay straight through. Never tried to, send me to the store with a card or none of that, trying to be slick, in the long run, none of that. If we wasn't able to do it over the phone, he'll pay with his own money. And most of the time I am not even going to say most of the time, every time he tried to say, don't worry about it. I literally had to chase this man down for those receipts. Chase this man down and tell him, no, we're going to pay. No, we're going to pay. My husband gets up and he goes to work every day. We're going to pay for our own things. You're already doing work for free. We're not completely broke because he gets up and he goes to work every day. Yes, we just experienced a major setback. But what we're not going to do is sit here and act like victims and completely useless and try to take advantage of somebody's kindness, because he might encounter a situation where somebody else really does need him to pay for some things, and now he don't have the resources to do that because we just took advantage of it. So it's kind of like didn't want to block no blessings that way. So we literally had to chase him down to pay him money that he done spent on some things for our home. Like, it's crazy. He even tried to pay for everything. Like, it's not one thing that he didn't offer to pay for, or one don't even offer, just pay for it and don't say nothing. Come back and start working on the house. Like, where you get that from? Where you get that? Oh, I went to Home Depot the other day and I stopped by here before. I'm like, okay, so how much was that? And he'll try to go to another conversation like, sir, I just asked you how much was that. So, but speaks to his character even more. But I'm still in disbelief. I don't have nothing but all smiles because I can't believe that we came from experiencing this to experiencing this. Like I feel like it was a big sign. Like God just saying, like, don't worry about it. Like He gonna always provide, always take care. You know,
like
and
you gotta rain before you see the rain. You know what I mean?
It got to.
Real quick side note. Thanks for watching. If you came this far, I just want to add something to this. There was a couple officers that I dealt with, and I wanted to show that like all law enforcement aren't bad, and I had to myself personally get over the stigma of that. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been through as much stuff as I have dealing with bad, corrupt law enforcement. You kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and I had befriended some officers, and one in particular. And the thing is, I'm not gonna put him on blast, but I friended him for two reasons. One, because I did some work for him, and two, because if I ever had any issue, I know that I got an officer in my corner that I could trust and I can go to with an issue and be like, hey, look, this is what happened, blah 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 blah, this, that, and the third. And in the community, if somebody has an issue, I'm like, hey, look, man, contact this person. They'll be able to walk you through and tell you what to do legally, before you make any mistakes and stuff like that, coming from a law enforcement point of view. So and in this situation, it helped this couple out, you know what I mean? So just wanted to add that in, because I know a lot of people think, oh, you just bash the police and all all cops are bad, and they're not. They're not. Just people just like me and you. And it's just that some of them get the big head and they forget that they took an oath, but we're not going to get off into that. But anyway, let's hear more from this couple.
But that's just to let y'all know a little bit. But put this stuff on Nextdoor, and everybody commented on it, and the community gave so much advice. And even Garfield himself, he was friends with a detective buddy that he had, and he had the guy reach out to me and provide me with counsel. He's actually in the field and has been in the field and for a long time, so I can trust his advice more than just a random person just do this and do that. And he gave us step by step of how this process is going to go, what we need to do, what we need to provide, what we need to have ready. We need to print this out, we need to print that out. We set, and that's the next step. We can't let this man keep getting away with what he's done, and it's not going to continue to happen. He messed with the wrong family, and he think we young, and he's gonna get away with it. He think this was the easiest mark he's ever had. He's probably somewhere living it up with our thousands of dollars that we paid him. Ugh.
And it's crazy because it's like he messes it up for other contractors. You know what I mean? And people like
there was
Garfield,
a lot of people who said that on Nextdoor.
Yeah, and it's people like Garfield that's out here fighting, you know what I mean, every day to try and
prove to the community
that his business is legit, that his word is bond, and that
after somebody lied on him, and slandered him for no reason.
Right. And made it extra hard for him. Now it's like he has that monkey on his back and he's trying to get it off, and he's fighting to show, hey, my work is good and I am who I say I am, not who these people put out for me to be, and that's not me. I didn't do those things, and it's like he got to build, plead his case to even get the work. Mm-hmm. And it's like we just gave this guy work and more work from family, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. And now looking at it, it's like, man, you know how much money Garfield could have made off of this? That I feel like he earned. Mm-hmm. And it was, you know what I mean? He earned it, and his work deserves it.
And it sucks because we don't have the money to give it to him, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it kind of, even though it's like, we know it's from kindness of his heart, just accept the blessing. But it's still like, if this guy can get all this out of us, and he did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It still don't sit right with me a little bit, but You know, everything.
And when you see the results that, you know, Garfield gave us, it's like,
and made sure that it was a smile on our face. He did not leave until he made sure that everything was right. You know, everything. I don't even look.
Junkies. The junkies.
I need a moment. Hold on. Stop it.
It's on. It's on.
You see 1, 2, 3?
It's going. It's going. It's going.
Okay.
It's going.
That ceiling that you'll never break.